I am leading, which is my political organization. The idea of some type of conference in Oakland was brought up by the group, and I really wanted to go. I worked weekends at that time only. If I wanted to go to the conference, I had to work. I think I've always been a pretty hard worker. I'm very ethical about, being there for people and, being accountable. So it was very hard for me to be like, okay, I'm going to have to, miss work for something that isn't technically, really, necessary, but I wanted to be there. So whatever, I got over it and I said, oh, well, I'm just going to have to miss work. Fashion district is really what it's known as. Colloquially, they're called the alley. And they're just narrow strips of open front stores where people would go and get discounted prices on clothes. I worked at one of these open front stores in one of these narrow alleys. They're known for rampant labor violations. An undocumented person, you have very limited opportunity. In the alley, they ask you for, quote unquote documentation, but they don't care. So then I make the choice, I'm gonna go, I have to make up something, because how on earth am I gonna explain to them why I'm gonna miss work? She says, okay, that's fine. Next time you come in, pick up your check. There was no emotion in what she said. There was no, you need to come in or else. Nothing like that. I had never missed a day of work before that time. And I was speechless. I felt shocked. I mean, literally just a lack of emotion and response was wow, you are heartless. I was trying to get ideas into the workers' head. Hey, isn't this shitty? Why does she treat us this way? She had an idea of who I was and what I was about. And as long as I didn't really cause her any big issues, then she was going to be whatever about it. This was her opportunity, basically, to get rid of me. So then, whatever, she says, come get your check. I go to the conference, but before we went to the conference, we had one of our, weekly meetings, and I brought it up. I told my political org members, people, what happened. Basically, they were like, oh, that's fucked up. We gotta do something about it. We got your back. Till this day, I'm still emotional about it because that is fucked up, And unfortunately, people get treated like that every day. So at first, I wasn't sure I wanted to do anything because that meant addressing it, and I had some embarrassment about it. Oh man, now I'm fired. Now I'm unemployed, and it was over nothing. Having their support, and then them just being just reminding me obviously it happened to me, so it's a very personal matter, but just tying it back to a workers' movement that will be strengthened by one's victories. An injury to one is an injury to all. Honestly, it gives the rest of us courage and hope. He had to give me basically $1,400 in back pay for having fired me unfairly. It was a 2-week campaign because of the fact that she caved in so quickly. It was really heartwarming because people who I've been organizing up until that time came out. People who had differences with each other. I think that experience just really cemented my identification with the working class. The working class to me isn't just in the book. I know who the working class is. I am the working class. That relationship with the working class is something that I'll never, it'll always be a part of me.